It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, I've been waiting for something for me to snap on. Graduated from the freestyle, stay with a cap on. Black on, been in my publishing for these rap songs. Making whack nigga back off, let the cash grow. 5 in the morning, I'm up with my baby, no sleeping. Clown niggas, y'all Barnum and Bailey, I'm creeping. Got an army with me, nah, it's a Navy, so y'all better pay me like K-Dot, them arms to be waving. I had a couple brushes with devils, quiet as kelp. I'm charging for air, you boys talk under your breath. God is my witness, he with me, and he counting my steps. So anybody riding with me, y'all should double your bets. I chose W's, like Aisha Wilson out this bitch. Nigga argue about the gold, I want a Billy out there, bitch. I been counting more cheese like a Philly in this shit. A verse hard white like I'm breaking down the brick. Ratchet on me like the repo man. They done brought me back to life like Encino man. Ran off with the yams like an elope man. I got dealt with the chip, I'm the Frito man. I want millions, Benzes, numbers up senses. Nigga try to count me out, now I want vengeance. 100 rat taught me how to run it back. Clemson, all I do is work in my city, I need pension. Somebody said it'd be disrespectful to rap on it. I'm by business, y'all niggas ain't got the acumen. Immaculate, I've been adamant with these savages. The flow is so extravagant, extrapolating arrogance. That ain't even drop yet. Bitch, I got plans too. Nigga wanna scrap about it, bitch, I got hands too. Yeah, man, got a nigga twisted like a can too. I clean them out like shampoo. I pity y'all some damn fools.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. Kendrick Lamar and his business partner, Dave Free, just continue to expand, all right? And as the news has hit, the expansion is now coming into pgLang. They are opening their horizons. They already had a creative agency, but now they've opened up a whole nother wing, I guess you could say, of the office called Project 3. Not only did they announce this, across the internet, but there's also a new advertisement out there, a new commercial, doubling down, letting y'all know that these guys ain't going anywhere. So lawsuits, subpoenas, requests for witnesses, doesn't seem like any of that is stopping the trajectory that Kendrick Lamar is on, despite what anybody may think otherwise. Because clearly if it was interrupting anything, we wouldn't be seeing this. We wouldn't be receiving this. And the corporations and the people that they're working with to ultimately expand their horizons wouldn't be signing on to work with them if this thing was such a big issue as, we might try to make it or perhaps believe it is, based on, the sensationalism surrounding Drake's lawsuit. All right. Now, we're not going to talk too much about him in this video. Just saying that's the elephant in the room with all things pertaining to Kendrick at this point, because his name, his music, his lyrics are being, drugged into the courtroom unnecessarily. So it has cast a bit of a weird magnifying glass on his artistic expression. But again, it's not hindering it. So let's go ahead and just check out the new advertisement, and then we're going to get into all of the specifics and details behind this whole Project 3 that they announced as part of pgLang.
Okay, it was me, Daniel, Nadine, Mike, and my boss, Georgia.
Cool.
The same pointless Monday meeting we have every week.
All right, so what happened?
My boss asks us, who's got any new ideas? Who's got any new ideas? And then Nadine looks at me as if I'm supposed to have this new, brilliant idea. Totally throws me under the bus.
Damn, nasty Nadine.
I know. I was honestly doing pretty good. I started kind of bullshitting, but before I can even make anything up, we look over, and a kid is just standing in the room.
Whose kid?
What?
Whose kid was it?
No, what? It was nobody's kid.
No, everybody is somebody's kid.
Well, yeah, obviously, but this kid wasn't. Look, that's not even the point. The point is, he's holding a plastic bag with a fish in it.
Oh, like a Siamese fighting fish.
What?
Yeah.
No, it was like a normal Petco goldfish.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like that's not that generation's choice of fish. I feel like it would be more like Nemo or something like that.
Nemo came out before this kid was even born. This kid doesn't know about Nemo. That's our generation fish.
Damn.
Wait, will you just please stop interrupting my story?
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Look, you are doing a great job with the story. It's great pacing. You are a really good storyteller.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So, this kid is just staring me down, dead into my eyeballs, directly into my soul. Doesn't stop. It's freaking me out.
Yeah.
Then my boss asks the kid, "Hey kid, do you have any brilliant ideas?"
Your boss asked if the kid had ideas?
I know. It's so condescending, like right in front of us, this 6-year-old. Like, how embarrassing is that for me? You know?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the kid just starts digging, like digging through his shirt, digging through his pockets, like forever minutes. He just won't stop digging, digging, digging. And then he reaches into his sock and gingerly pulls out a little piece of paper, places it on the table, and leaves.
And you just walked away.
Gone.
Man, that's kind of hard. That's
know.
tight.
I know.
That's kind of cool. So what was on the paper? Come on. You always do this shit. You always do this shit. You tell a pointless story.
No.
Where was this story
Hey.
going? Was it going somewhere?
You know what? Let me start over.
I feel like you was lying, if I'm being honest.
Start from the
You
top.
always do this
Monday
shit.
morning meeting.
All right, so that is the new commercial for Project 3. Of course, the little kid leaves this this piece of paper here with this phone number on it. This is the number to Project 3 from pgLang. And basically, you call this number, and it's when you're in need of new ideas, right? That's the whole point of this commercial, this ad, was to say, you know, her supervisor came to the team asking if anybody had any new ideas to propose. Nobody seemed to have anything. This little black kid just pops out of nowhere with a goldfish and scuba gear. And he pulls out this phone number, leaves it on the table. He's the one leading them to the ideas, right? And of course, we got two black men who used to be black boys, as in Kendrick Lamar, Dave Free, who are coming to the rescue to aid these companies with ideas. All right. Now, of course, we've seen what Kendrick and Dave have been able to accomplish in the world of music videos. They've handcrafted advertisements for multiple companies. They've done partnerships with multiple companies. They assisted in the production of the Super Bowl this year. So that's definitely a huge stamp. Not to mention Kendrick has his film debut coming soon. So these guys are, you know, just ready to dominate, basically. Okay. Now, I think Complex actually called the number and released what the voicemail sounds like. I'm going to pull that up too, you know, just to kind of further the story. And then we're going to pull up the article going into the specifics of Project 3, all right?
Welcome to Project 3 Agency. If you have or need an idea, please press 1 to leave a message.
Bienvenido a Project 3 Agency. ¿Tienes una idea genial o estás buscando una? Presiona el 1 y cuéntanos todo.
Bienvenue chez Project 3. Si vous avez une idée ou si vous en cherchez une, appuyez sur 1 pour laisser un message.
Willkommen bei Project 3 Agency. Wenn Sie eine Idee haben oder eine brauchen, drücken Sie bitte die 1, um eine Nachricht zu hinterlassen.
欢迎致电 Project 3 Agency。如果您有创意或需要创意，请按1留言。
Bem-vindo a Project 3 Agency.
All right. So that's what the number leads you to is, you know, you can leave a message, basically. If you have or need an idea, which I think is interesting if you have an idea. It's one thing to provide ideas from their standpoint, but to say if you have an idea that you need to execute, that's also a dope layer to say, you know, I have this vision, but I need y'all to come in and bring it to life. But of course, I'm not a language specialist. I don't know all the languages that were there. I recognized, of course, English, Spanish, French, some sort of Asian that I don't know. I can't pinpoint whether it's Chinese, Vietnamese, or whatever. But as you can see, it's open to all forms of people, right? It's not limited to one demographic. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the description of the company and try to get into the overall vision. So we're here on Fast Company. They say Kendrick Lamar and Dave Freeze, pgLang launches a new creative agency. Project 3 aims to redefine brand making with a focus on great storytelling. When Kendrick Lamar and his longtime creative and business partner Dave Free launched pgLang in 2020, it was under the banner of an at-service company for creatives. It was an enticing, if somewhat mysterious, modus operandi that led to inquiries in droves. However, the pgLang team quickly realized they didn't have the infrastructure to offer their services broadly. In the beginning, there were more internal projects, including producing Lamar's music videos and concerts, as well as a smattering of brand work with the likes of Cash App, Chanel, Calvin Klein, and Gatorade. But they didn't have the bandwidth to operate at scale. 5 years later, they do. Project 3 is a new venture within pgLang designed to expand creative resources for businesses. And under the umbrella of Project 3 sits Project 3 Agency, a full-service agency providing creative direction, content creation, production services, and brand design and strategy. The creation of Project 3 Agency was powered in large by the acquisition of international creative studio Frosty, a frequent collaborator of pgLang's over the years. All right, so they put the motherfucking money down. Let's go. Okay, we just watched that ad. For us, it was like, how do we build foundational structures for the business so we can last long-term versus trying to do too much at once and being bogged down, says Dave Free, co-founder of pgLang, on the 5-year road to Project 3. And as we developed, we didn't want to alienate ourselves from commercial businesses. We wanted to figure out a way to walk hand in hand with these companies and give them information, but also learn as we're working with them. To be sure, pgLang has already been producing work for brands along the way, scooping up 6 Cannes Lion Awards, including Independent Agency of the Year in 2023, while pgLang can be considered the parent company overseeing and aligning all external ventures under a unified vision. The creation of Project 3 and Project 3 Agency allows the teams to direct their focus solely towards other companies. And in those efforts, they feel uniquely positioned to fill a void in the creative agency industry. So Project 3 will be handling the outbound work, while pgLang will be more so, I guess, tailored to the in-house efforts, right? We see brands now, and one mistake can have you questioning your existence or the audience questioning your purpose. That's a big one. I think I want to stay there for just a second. We see brands now, and one mistake can have you questioning your existence or the audience questioning your purpose. The reason why I want to stay there is because I haven't spoken about it on my channel, but I've been seeing some conversation going around with this what's homegirl name, Sydney Sweeney commercial, talking about the good genes, and people are saying that it's referring to eugenics, you know, white, blonde hair, blue eyes, genotype. And I think there's another commercial that's going around with a similar undertone coming through. And people are like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What is this? This feels very MAGA coded. You know what I'm saying? With established brands that have already been existing, that people wear, support across demographics, across cultures. But then you start honing in on this white, blonde hair, blue-eyed, good genes talk, right? So I think this is like squarely positioned with them saying, we see these motherfuckers out here making mistakes. We see y'all fucking the money up, fucking your shit up, fucking up your legacy. Okay? Says Cornell Brown, an executive at pgLang and Project 3. For us, there's a confidence that we can bring to this. We have tentacles in so many places, touring, music, when we're creating merch, when we're creating art. We have so many inputs that there's a confidence that comes from seeing all of that around you. Both Free and Brown see Project 3's superpower in helping brands rediscover, or in some instances, find for the first time their true story and purpose. That ethos is baked into the name of the company, as Project 3 is a nod to the 3 pillars of storytelling: the beginning, middle, and end. Okay, so I guess that also makes sense as in the logo with the 3 circles, if it's going to have a 3-prong type of thing here, 3 pillars of storytelling. Brands who will utilize us best are going to be the ones who aren't coming for a one-off campaign. They're coming to us to realign strategy and to align them with their purpose. We were seeing companies we admired, but the storytelling was lackluster. Free ads, and a lot of it is because the agency motto became a turnover business of more, more, more. Sometimes that's great, you need that, but the storytelling also has to help people. It has to change the world. It has to latch on to people. Free notes, there's no desire for infinite growth with Project 3. It's also a very interesting keynote here to say we're not interested in infinite growth. We're not just trying to spread ourselves far and wide. This is something that's more about quality. He wants the company to scale, but at a pace that puts quality well over quantity to ensure the work aligns with their purpose and integrity. That's going to be the marker of how successful this can be, because I don't see us doing just anything with anyone, Free says. We're definitely going for a more premium approach. The goal, he explains, is to give brands a foundation for long-term success. When I look at a brand, I'm not thinking about how to get them to the next quarter. I'm thinking about how to get them to the next 10 years. I'm trying to make the best thing that they've had that becomes reference material for all the companies. All right. And for people that don't understand the importance of what it is we're talking about, or what they're alluding to, or where this is going, all you got to really look at is our involvement in overall brand strategy. A lot of times we're not invited into the room, right? At least not on a large scale. Like, of course, they're going to be Black people, people of color, as they say, that are going to be in these meetings, in these boardrooms, but they're not always properly represented. Their ideas may get overlooked. They may have a great idea. They may have a great project that fucking throws the world into a tailspin. But for whatever reason, when it comes time to think about the next idea, they still aren't given the freedom, the autonomy, the resources to replicate that process, right? It's still a little bit of doubt. But for Project 3, if they're coming in, it's basically with the understanding that we are here to help shape this company. We're not here to just work on a campaign, make y'all look good for a season. No, this is an ongoing relationship, and we can keep you relevant, right? Not to mention, if you look at it from a musical standpoint, right? A lot of times they'll use our music. They'll allow an artist to license a song, but the artist may not necessarily have the input to say, all right, yeah, I'm licensing my song, but this is how I want it. This is how I want the visual to interact with my music, right? It's just, you get the song, you get the money, you move the fuck on. But with their expertise, they can pretty much curate and cultivate the entire thing, from the vision to the music, to the visual, to the messaging, and ultimately have an input and impact on the product. All right. So just keeping all of that within perspective. I know everybody's not like a business aficionado, and not to say that I am myself, but there's definitely a bigger picture here. When pgLang launched in 2020, it was very clear there was a desire to have roots across the creative spectrum. We're going to touch every facet of culture, Free says. They're starting with Project 3 to build up the commercial side of the business and to learn from the brands they work with, how they function, why they make the decisions they do, etc., which can inform other aspects of where pgLang will expand next. The graphic above providing perhaps a hint of at least how many areas pgLang and Project 3 may go into. We know the trajectory, Free says, of pgLang's future, but it's going to take time, and we're going to give every piece its own space in its own light. Right now, the agency is the foundation that helps set the standard for these other services that we're going to offer. All right, so this is the graphic they're talking about. We have this piece here that says agency. We have Project 3, but then we have these 3 unfulfilled circles. This one is filled in, but the rest are white blanks. So it's going to be very interesting to see where pgLang takes it. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see where they're going to go with this. It may be a while before we actually see, you know, what those projects, those long-term projects really look like. But I mean, they've already shown so much of what they can do. And they were working with, you know, limited staffing and stuff like that up until this point. But they showed they can launch an artist, as in Baby Keem. They've shown they can, you know, do Gatorade ads, Chanel, Calvin Klein. They've shown that. They've shown what they can do on a Super Bowl scale. They've shown what they can do with touring, like they say. I mean, fucking look at the Grand National Tour. Look at that big ass fucking GNX they bringing out on stage. Like, so for other creatives, other artists, other businesses, I mean, I'm sure the fucking, that phone line is ringing off the hook. But I think the real thing is them emails and they personal numbers for them niggas are really going crazy, because it's like, all right, nigga, how can I be down? How can y'all help me? Because the industry is shifting. Trends are soon to be shifting once again. The public's interests are constantly shifting. And it looks like they're trying to be at the epicenter of it all. But let me know what y'all think of it all down in the comments. Be sure to like and share the video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Much love and respect. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more to survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.